Hey guys, welcome back to my video here on Fix It Fax It. My name is Fix It, and today we're going to be pulling the fire alarm. Yay! I know, everyone loves pulling the fire alarm. Today is the first video in a new series, the new system test. Today we're going to be doing the yearly fire alarm system test, so we'll be pulling lots of fire alarms. Should be pretty good. Anyway, in the last 2 years, I have been working very hard to completely redo the entire fire alarm system. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so the fire alarm system hasn't changed places. We're in my basement and the fire alarm panel's right over here. Let's go see it. So the fire alarm panel's over here. We have a new fire alarm panel since the last couple system tests. I bet you guys can't guess which one it is. That's right, we got a Simplex 4006, baby. So now we're doing pretty much full Simplex, because why not? Simplex is amazing. And I've spent a lot of money on this. So as long as we don't look up and you guys just don't look at that junction box, it's great. Let's open it up. So for some reason, the Miracom key also works in the Simplex panels. I'm not really sure why. This panel has an Expander 10 zone card, but let's talk more about this later. For now, let's do some fire alarm testing. Let's start off down here with the BG12L. Is this an L? It's an LX with the addressable module. Here we go. Now the system does have walk test, but let's save that for the next system test. Right here, we have the most generic pull station I think you could possibly have, and the most Canadian pull station, a 270 SPO. These ones are like pretty much everywhere in Canada. I think they're a little bit less popular in the States, but Edwards used to be everywhere in Canada, and they now go by EST. So let's give it a test. And so these ones you need a screwdriver, you can't use the key. So let's give it a test. And there we go. We're silenced. No, we're not. Now we're silenced. Okay. And so you can see I don't have the labels in here, but the pull station over there was zone 5, and that was zone 3. So I need to put labels in here. But you can see that here on the screen, it is labeled. So we have zone 3 basement, and apparently that one isn't labeled. It's just set as initiating device circuit 5, which is what IDC stands for. So let's get the next one. Something really cool that I did not know about these panels is that if you have a zone that's been initiated and then you reset that zone and you silence the panel, you can actually reinitiate that zone and undo the silence and acknowledge. So this is on the same zone as that pull station out there that we just pulled. And I'm going to pull this one and it should re-alarm. This is also a 270 SPO. This one will just do the switch test. But this one is the French-English, the bilingual one. So there we go. A little bit quiet in here, but I have a bit of a surprise in here for the next system test. As you guys can see, it unacknowledged that zone. It's flashing again. So we can silence this. And you guys can actually see when I hit the acknowledge button, the light will stop flashing. There it is. Now let's go test the second floor. First we've got to open up here with the access control, if I can get my keys. Here we go. Actually, I didn't even need to scan the fob because the fire alarm system unlocks this door. As soon as I reset the fire alarm system, the door will lock again. But here is what I've spent a bunch of money on. This is, I think, the coolest thing. Shabang. That's right, a Simplex 4606-9101 LCD annunciator. This thing is so cool. I'm so glad I purchased this. Anyway, let's go ahead and test it. In my room, we still got the advanced here, the System Sensor Advanced. And the BG12LX. A lot of people don't know this, but if you want to take an addressable BG12LX and make it conventional, you don't have to take the module out. I don't know why everyone does that. All you have to do is switch a screw on the back. There's 3 terminals on the back, and you just switch a screw, and then it bypasses the module. So let's give it a test. And then this light is programmed to this zone. So if I hit acknowledge, actually I think I programmed this LED to the group of zones that is the first floor. And again, we can see here it says Zone 1 Owen's bed pull, and then we can click through here to see the list. So IDC 5, Zone 3, Zone 1. Fun thing, you don't need the key to scroll through these. You just need the key to acknowledge anything, silence, or reset. And when you put the key in and you take it out, the enunciator does like a lamp test. It's kind of cool. So here's the fun thing. If you guys remember, there used to be a big door here. Let me turn the light on here. Surprise! I bet you this doesn't look like the last time you guys saw this. So we have completely, well, it's not done yet, but we are renovating this entire bathroom. So this is the new bathroom because the old one was like way too big. But that means that I have installed a horn here, which you guys could probably hear, but I mean, let's just go ahead and test it anyway. Here's what I mean. I haven't reset the system or anything. It's just silence and acknowledge. See, it's active. If I reset this and then pull it again, turn the lights off here so you can see it better. And it covers this area pretty well. In fact, it covers the entire first floor, which is kind of funny. You can really hear it from everywhere. Now I really need to replace the advanced here because it doesn't sync with the L series. And we'll acknowledge this again. There we go. Alright guys, now we're out here in the garage. As you can see, we have everything for renovating the bathroom. And none of the initiating devices or alerting devices have changed in here. The only thing that has changed is something really funny that I think you'll notice when we activate this. And this is something that you don't hear very often on the system sensor, or really any modern device. Because I guess we just don't do it very much anymore. I gotta find a screwdriver here to reset this with. Here we go. I don't know, we don't really do this very much. Alright, here we go. This one is on max volume, so this is going to be really loud. And as you can see, this light is the garage, so that's why that's flashing. And yes, that's right. The garage is coded to March time. Now, the L series can't actually code themselves to March time. They only do code 3, and so the panel is actually the one doing the coding for this. And so zone NAC 2 is actually coded to temporal. That's not temporal. I mean March time. And it's the 120 BPM. Now, I'm sure that you guys will see that I have like double tied up resistors here. That is just because these are 5k ohm resistors, which work perfectly in the zones, but for some reason decided that the NACs need a 10k ohm resistor, and so anyway, I wired two together. And this took me like a year to figure out because I kept putting like 2 in between the terminals. And I was like, why isn't this working? No, but it makes sense. You have to do them in a series like that. So yeah. And in here we can also see this light is now illuminated, which is the first floor. So yeah, you can see we almost have all the zones. So zone 4 is the smoke detectors. So let's say we give the smokies a little test. Let's do the server room smoky. Alright, here we are at B103, the server room. Oh, that's the wrong way, idiot. And here we are. This is also another project that I've been working on. It's completely overhauling the entire network setup. There'll be a whole video on that. But for now, let's just test this smoky. You guys can't quite see the smoke, but I am spraying. There it is. And now we can see we have our last zone. Acknowledge this. And there we are. That is the entire system So let's go air at that detector. Get the detector here. These I3s, this is a system sensor I3. These just twist off like that. And then you can, they're really nice because you don't screw the wires to the detector, you screw them to the base. So you can blow it out. There we go. I honestly have no clue how this cat can just sleep through everything. Isn't that right, Freddy? Now there is an I3 above the drop ceiling, but I have tested that last week, so we don't need to test that this week. But we will use our testing pull to test the other two I3s down here. So here's one, and this should re-alarm. There it is. You can't see the red light, but it's there. And the other I3 is just over here, so let's go ahead and test that. I didn't reset the zone, but it is active by the red light, but I didn't reset the other detector. The detectors latch until you reset the fire alarm system, and then it will cut the power to it. So that's why that didn't re-alarm there. Anyway, I'd say that went pretty well. Let's give our system a reset here. So we can get out of this. We can see that we have 5 alarms here, which is good. We'll hit system reset. And now we can watch all these lights clear. And there we go. We have fully resetted the system. So now, let's go activate an alarm and go walk around outside and see what we can hear. Alright guys, we kind of got to do this fast because the horn in the garage is really loud. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. I think you guys can hear that, but I can really hear that. It's quite loud. Let's go fast. Over here it's quite quiet. There's not really any alarms on this side of the house. And from here I can hear the march time and I don't hear the code 3 at all. So that's fun. Again, from this side I only hear march time. I hear no code 3, so that's kind of funny that you can hear the garage's horn from everywhere. Bunny! Hi, buddy. Get the notifier key out here. Reset that. Right guys, now I'm gonna wait for it to reset. And with that reset, we can lock up our panel. Well guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I have worked very hard on this because anyway, there was a whole bunch of challenges with this. Not just this, but I've been working on something that goes with this for even longer, I think. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, if you see that, that's a speaker, not a horn. So that's going to be pretty cool. Stay tuned for the next system test, because you guys probably know why there's a speaker in there. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I don't want to be like a YouTuber or whatever, but subscribe, because that really does help me. And just leave a comment on what you thought of this video, what you'd like to see change, what you'd like to see next. Like, do you guys want to see networking videos? Do you guys want to see more fire alarm videos, more telephone system videos? I can do whatever. So, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one, and goodbye.